Well, it's good to be back, and after a rather extended absence, we're thrilled to bring you yet another Hardware Canucks product showcase. This time, we brought the soon-to-be-released Cooler Master HAF 922. The HAF 922 is the little sibling to the wildly popular HAF 932. It takes the same foundation that makes the HAF 932 one of the most popular cases on the market and shrinks it down into a form factor that suits a more modest computing environment. The HAF 922 is scheduled to be released in early May for under $130 and holds a lot of promise. Cooler Master is touting the 922 as having all the benefits of its big brother in terms of design, functionality, and cooling, just in a smaller and more cost-effective package. So let's take a look and let you be the judge. The original name for the 922 was actually the HAF Mini, but a quick look at the dimensions and you'll see why it was changed. The 922 is 10 inches wide, 19.7 inches tall, and 22.2 inches in length. In comparison, the original HAF 932 was 9 inches wide, 21.5 inches tall, and 22.7 inches in length. Not much of a difference. Looking now at the exterior, the front panel is designed with airflow in mind. It features a large 200mm red LED fan at the front and full mesh slot covers all up the face. The front face mold is constructed of plastic, but it is thick and rigid and is not likely to be damaged. Moving to the top and front ports, we have the typical 2 USB, 1 eSATA and audio connectors, as well as on-off, reset, and activity LEDs. There is, however, one really cool addition. The button to the far left is an LED on-off for the front 200mm fan. A small addition that is incredibly convenient. Also on the top is another 200mm exhaust fan, however, it is not LED lit. The side panels are simple and Cooler Master has done away with the window. However, the outside panel does still have a large grate for an optional 200mm fan to attach to. Moving to the back, we have the bottom-mounted power supply design, and there are 7 expansion bays, as well as a really cool unique feature that honestly we haven't seen anywhere else. To the right of the expansion bays is an 8th slot that runs vertically. This is designed for those fan controllers or other devices that often take up valuable real estate on your back panel. It moves it to a more convenient location that is easily accessible and isn't hidden by wires or other things. We also have holes for water cooling tubes up at the top of the chassis, which is the perfect position for external radiators, which we'll take a look at later. We move next to the interior of the case, and while it is relatively simple in design compared to many cases, Cooler Master has included a lot of small features that really set it apart in the long run. The case is constructed out of a lightweight steel, and while it is rather thin, it is not the typical budget grade that is known to destroy fingers and be easily damaged. As with many of its cases, Cooler Master has included a completely screwless design for all of the drive bays. The case supports 6 hard drives, all using their simple yet easy and effective rack system. The hard drives fit into the plastic tray and are held in by metal pins and then slid and locked into position. There are also 6 5.25-inch optical drive bays and support for optional 3.5-inch bays with the included drive adapter rails. The ROM bays are also screwless and only require opening the outside panel. You merely slide the drive in through the front, and when in position, push the lock to securely hold the drive into place. It really could not be simpler. Moving to the motherboard tray, we see Cooler Master has invested a lot of time into the development of a practically perfect layout. They've included the rarely seen CPU backplate opening, as well as other strategically placed openings around the tray. Installation of the components could not be easier, and yes, the power supply is upside down. The additional expansion cards are held in by thumb screws, making changes simple, and screwless ROM bays make installation of components very quick work. The real beauty of this case is in the wiring. With such a simple yet well-planned layout, building for unobstructed airflow could not be easier. Safe to say, even the most inept cablers could keep the internals clean and ventilated. Rotating to the back, we see the motherboard tray and drive bays are inset to allow plenty of room for wiring. There are also numerous notches along the typical wiring paths for one to use zap straps or whatever else. The HAF 922 is a pretty cool case. That is to say, the airflow design dissipates large amounts of heat quickly, while not being overly noisy or obnoxious. The included 200mm fans spin at a leisurely 700 RPM. Air is drawn in through the front, over the components, and then ventilated out the back, through the top, back, or side. A quick look at the radiator placement for a water cooling loop. The rad can either be mounted at the top externally, which allows you to keep the 200mm top fan attached, or internally without the fan if you want a cleaner look. So all in all, the HAF 922 is an excellent chassis. It takes the solid foundation of the previous generation, the HAF 932, and improves on it, making it one of the better mid-tower cases on the market. Cooler Master has not left anything out with this overhaul. The 922 is well laid out, with a unique and appealing design and arguably perfect usability. The airflow is simple yet effective, and there is plenty of space inside to fill it up with just about anything. We hope you enjoyed our showcase of the Cooler Master HAF 922, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button to receive future video updates. And don't forget to visit www.hardwarecanucks.com to read reviews on all the latest hardware. Thanks for watching.